Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. Since we are at the start of a new year, I thought I would do a life update for you all over here on my YouTube channel, because since we last spoke in 2024 a lot has happened. So I thought I'd do an update on what's going on, what we did over Christmas, and yeah, just give you a general update. So as you might have seen from some of my vlogs, we actually went to New York over Christmas. This was such a last minute trip that me and Bradley planned. I was actually still working, so the time difference was crazy. I was getting up like 4 a.m. to get my work done, and then we were heading out about lunchtime to sort of spend the day and explore New York. We actually spent Christmas Day there, and while we were there, Bradley actually proposed. So we are now engaged, and that means the wedding planning is going to commence. We both have lived in Dubai for a very long time, so most of our friends and family live in Dubai, so I think that's going to be the place where we're going to decide to get married. And I work in events, Bradley works in events, and the first thing I did was start looking at planning the wedding when we got back in January 2025. I think I'm going to do a full wedding series here on my channel about how to plan a wedding here in Dubai, the steps and different venues that we go to view, obviously prices and stuff like that. So if that's something that interests you, please keep an eye out for that series that will be coming in 2025. And then moving on from Christmas to New Year, we actually spent New Year's Eve back in Dubai. My cousin came over from Australia and we went to Zero Gravity again. We've been there a couple of times for New Year's Eve, and it's always a good, easy option, and you know it's going to be a good time. That was amazing. So we welcomed in 2025 in Dubai. On New Year's Day, we actually come back to Riyadh, and we've decided that we're going to stop the back and forth to Dubai and try and settle here for a little bit longer and not go back every other weekend. We did actually end up going back for Coldplay, which you would have seen in some of my other vlogs. It took us forever to get tickets, so we did go back like mid-January for that concert, and it was amazing. It was so worth it. But I think that's the end of our Dubai trips for now, until we need to go back to look at wedding venues, or if there's any other appointments that we desperately have to go back for. Obviously, now that it is a new year, that means we have been in Riyadh for about 8 months now. So I wanted to touch on how we're doing, how we're finding things. Firstly, where we live has fully been renovated. You might have seen some of my other vlogs where, you know, there was a bit of construction and it was a bit of a slow start, but pretty much everything is finished. And as you can see behind me, it is so nice here, and we really feel at home, and we've made a lot of friends within the community and within the building. So it's made our time here a lot easier, and yeah, a lot happier. Obviously, it's still very different to Dubai. We're sort of getting used to how things work here, and I feel like we've settled in really well. We definitely do miss Dubai, but we do also like living here in Riyadh. So a lot of you actually ask what I do for work. I get this comment a lot on a lot of my different social platforms. So I actually work in events, and I've currently been working on the KSA Pavilion for the Osaka Expo. So that's the expo that's happening this year in Japan, which means in March I'm going to be flying out to Japan, to Osaka, to live there for a month and a half. Yes, a whole month and a half. So I'm going to be flying out early March, and yeah, I'll be living there for that whole time, working on the project, and I'm super excited to see it. Some of my colleagues are already there, and I've seen the pictures and videos, and I'm just so excited to explore a new city. While I'm there, some of our friends are going to be there, Rachel and Darren. They're going to be exploring some of the Disney parks, so I'm going to meet up with them and do that. And I will also be turning 30, which is crazy. So Bradley's going to come over at the end of my contract, once my dates are sort of finished up in Osaka, and we're going to continue on our trip together and explore the rest of Japan, not just Osaka. We're going to go down to Tokyo and see what Japan has to offer. So I'm super excited for that. And the fact I'm going with work, I think, is even crazier. Obviously, I've worked on the expo in Dubai, which was super exciting, and getting to work on another expo is really cool. So yeah, I'm excited for that. And of course, I'll be taking you along with me for all of my adventures over there in Japan. Once I'm finished in Japan, I will be coming back to Riyadh, and I'll officially be unemployed. And I really don't know what I'm going to do next. There's so many different options. I might look for a full-time job, I might look for freelance work, which I've been currently doing, or we might try and push our content creation. We do a lot of different work with different companies on the side. Even though we work a 9 to 5, that takes up a lot of our weekends and evenings. And yeah, we've been really trying to grow that, especially since moving here to Saudi. So yeah, I'm not quite sure where I'm going to end up once I'm back from Japan. There's a few different options and different routes that I can go down, which is exciting, but also scary. And then, as we all know, obviously in Dubai, the summer is super hot and everyone leaves. And it's similar here in Riyadh, I think. It gets super hot and sort of the city becomes unbearable with the heat. So we are traveling over the summer period. We'll still be here working, but in June we have a wedding, and we also have one in July. So in June we're going to be going back to the UK for Bradley's friend's wedding, and then in July we're actually going to Barcelona for our other friend's wedding, which is super exciting. So that's really going to get us in the wedding spirit, and I'm excited to see what they do and how they plan it. We've not been to that many weddings ourselves, so now we'll be in the mindset of, oh, we've actually got to plan our own wedding. It'll give us a good idea of what we need to do ready for 2026. In addition to that, me and Bradley have also started a 16-week training program it's like a marathon training program. So we're really trying to get back into our running. It's something we really enjoyed, but we got so busy with work and life that we just sort of fell off the wagon. But we're fully back into it, and I'm actually doing a series over on my TikTok and my Instagram of cute running spots here in Riyadh, because a lot of the places you find is very much road running and there's not many paths here to run. So I'm trying to find all the cute spots where it's actually safe and enjoyable, and you can go for a long 1.5 hour run and you're actually going to enjoy the views. And surprisingly, there's a lot of places here in Riyadh that have that. You'd be very surprised. So keep an eye out for that and how our sort of journey goes with that, because we're super excited. And we haven't picked a date when we're going to do a marathon. We might look at doing maybe one next year in January, the Dubai Marathon, but our ultimate goal is to do the London Marathon. But everyone knows that's like winning the lottery. But yeah, after summer, we're not really sure where we'll be. I don't know what job I'll be doing. I don't know if I'll be freelancing or working full time. We're not quite sure. We're going to be here in Riyadh, and we're excited for another full year of adventures here in Saudi. Bradley actually has his car here now, which means we have his rooftop tent, which means we can go camping, which we're super excited for. We really want to get down to Outwala and Neom and explore them areas. If there's anywhere else we should explore, please let us know. We're super open to all the options. And yeah, we're excited to explore the neighbouring countries like Bahrain and drive down to Qatar maybe. We've been to Qatar, but going down and like camping there would be cool. So there's a lot coming up for us, and I'm super excited for the year ahead, especially since I can now start wedding planning. But yeah, that's just a small life update from me. And if you have any questions or comments, let me know below. I hope to see you over on my wedding series that I'm going to thoroughly enjoy making. Thank you for watching me and supporting my journey so far here on YouTube. Don't forget to follow me on all my other socials like TikTok and Instagram. I post different content over there as well. Thank you for watching, and I'm looking forward to 2025.